What is good? What's happening, everybody? It's your boy Ferris Muthana, and welcome to another edition of Good Friends Better Rivals on this beautiful Friday afternoon before the evening. I'm with my main man, Caleb. Caleb, how are you, my brother?
I'm good. I'm doing. Everything's all good, man.
Yeah,
Cool.
everything's good. But guys, let's
Yeah.
get right there. Oh, my bad, Caleb. Anything else?
No, no,
You're good.
everything's all
All
good.
right, let's get right down to the nitty gritty, guys. We're gonna get right into it, man. Last week we ranked the offensive players in the NFC East, and this week we're gonna rank the defensive players on the NFC East. You're gonna see the process of the rankings as they happen. But before that, we're gonna go over Week 6 of the USFL, baby. Houston Gamblers are rolling that dice and are 4-2, baby. We are 4-2. We beat the New Jersey Generals 16-10. And Mark
Yeah.
Thompson, we trust. Caleb, before we get into that, what do you want? What do you want the people watching this to do, though? What do you want them to do, Caleb?
I know. Is there something they should be doing?
I think they should, right? You know what? I think they should be liking and subscribing the channel in this video, right, Caleb? Hit that
Oh,
notification
okay.
bell and subscribe to the channel, man. Hit that
Yeah.
bell, guys. The bell is key. You get notified of every single time our videos go up. We're mostly doing pre-recorded content, so make sure you hit that notification bell to get those notifications so you know when we are there. As well as, I think Justin wants them to do something too, right, Caleb? Right? I think,
Pretty sure you
yeah,
always
right.
have something to
So,
say.
yeah. So, Justin, what do you want the other people to do? What do you want? What do you want them if they want to add a little bit more stuff to their support? Justin, what's up, Justin? Justin?
Hey guys, it's Justin, aka Hambone, just here to let you know a couple of things that we have going on with the channel. One, we have a Patreon. If you can and want to support us, you can do that. As little as $1. You can join the Discord. We also have a merch store where you can get some cool shirts, mugs, and stuff with all of our different shows and labels on there.
Okay.
And thank you for all of our supporters that have already been there with us.
There it is. Thank you very much, Justin. Guys, like I said, I'm not trying to be a homer here, but that $15 tier, a lot of bang for your buck. A lot of bang for your buck, that $15 tier. Trust me. I don't front. I don't be lying. $15, you get a lot. All right, Caleb, break it down. Week 6, USFL, Houston Gamblers.
Yeah.
What we got?
Well, I'm just gonna go over the whole entire USFL. It just seems like it's a little up and down for these teams. We see teams that started off bad starting to do good, and the teams that were started off hot get a little low. That we see in the Memphis Showboats going winning 22-0 over the Pittsburgh Maulers. They started off horrible. I mean, they were 0-3. They've won 3 straight now. They're really starting to catch fire here. Same with the Stars. They didn't start too hot. They've kind of been up and down. They get a win over the New Orleans Breakers, who are now falling off. Who started 4-0, have dropped 2 now, and yeah, they're not looking too good. So it's kind of been up and down for all these teams. Obviously, Birmingham had their spell of going. They had a 2-game losing streak, and now they're back in the win column at 4-2. So it's hard to really judge like who's really running the either division, whether it's north or south, because these teams are just kind of up and down right now. Losing to teams that they're not supposed to, or winning, getting big upsets.
Yeah, because I think the problem is now is McLeod Bethel Thompson. He didn't have a great game last week.
Yeah,
He was
the last 2
57.
weeks.
Yeah,
Last 2 weeks, he has not looked good.
He's been pretty bad. Their defense, the defense of the opposing team has kind of shut them down. Bethel Thompson this week, 57.9% completion percentage, only 1 touchdown and 2 interceptions. And you know what? But you're like, oh my God, what a horrible stat line. Same thing with Connor Kukas. I think it was it's Connor Kukas, right? It's Connor Kukas. Casey Kukas. Case Kukas, Connor Cook. There it is. See, I get them mixed up sometimes. He had a great completion percentage at 63%, but he threw 2 picks as well. So both quarterbacks threw 2 interceptions. Bethel Thompson had a touchdown pass, but the offense has kind of sputtered these past couple weeks, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then with and then going back to the Houston Jersey game, yeah, I mean, obviously Houston just been relying on Mark Thompson in the running game, been really good for us. And that's how we've been getting the wins lately. On the other side, New Jersey, they just have no offense. I mean, it's shown throughout the season that they can't get their offense going. The big part of that is they don't have Devontae Turpin no more that they had last season. They have no explosive weapons on the offense, and they just failed to score 20 points in 3 games this season. That's pretty much half the season. So that's their problem. And like I said, it's just been a lot of ups and downs with these teams.
Yeah, man. When your quarterback's Kyle Lauletta, it's not a recipe for success. Not a very good recipe for success. So there's that. So It is what it is. Anything else, Caleb, for this week 6 in the XFL?
No, pretty much drafts. I mean, we're getting through it. We're already in week 7. I mean, there's only 4 games left of the regular season. So, like I said, it's really tight right now. A lot of these teams it's really up in the air of playoff spots. Even the bottom teams at 2 and 4 can, like we've seen, they can surprise some people. So,
I mean, it ain't over. It ain't over till it's over, right?
Yeah.
It ain't over till it's over.
Yeah. Obviously, in the XFL, we saw a big difference of this team was obviously standing out. There was the bottom teams, but this is kind of like everybody's kind of in the mix.
And same thing with the XFL, Caleb. A team that was under 500 won the title. Yeah. And the only reason they're now above 500 is that they had more games to play, and they made it. And shout out to the Arlington Renegades. They were 3-6, I believe, and they were 4-6 during the regular season.
Yeah.
And then they won the championship. They won the conference championship. They won the XFL championship, division championship, and then championship for the XFL. And they're actually 6-6 if you think about it, right? They've played 12 games and they're 500, and they won a title at 500. Hey man, in these leagues, anything can happen. Anything can happen. But there's one thing guaranteed in the USFL, Caleb. There's one thing guaranteed though. One thing.
What's that?
Philadelphia Stars always making the championship game.
Oh, we'll see if that happens.
No, Caleb.
I know.
The last 4 USFL championships, dating back to the 80s, the one constant in that championship game, the one constant is Philadelphia Baltimore Stars being in every single title game. They've won some, they've lost some, but they're in it every single year. Let's see if that streak continues. Looking at you, Philadelphia. Let's see if you can make it again. It's not guaranteed they'll win it, but they always make it. There's one thing guaranteed in life: death, taxes, and the USFL Stars making the championship game. Let's see if that continues. It used to be the honey bun being a 50 cent, but that doesn't exist anymore. Damn shame. But you know what's not a damn shame, Caleb? You know what's not a damn shame?
What's that?
We actually have some NFL news to talk about before we get into the.
Do?
Yeah, we do.
I don't even know. What's that?
DeAndre Hopkins was released today by the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Yeah, he was released today, coming off the heels of I think Arizona is hitting that reset button, and I think that new GM has his eyes on this quarterback out of Southern California who wears number 13.
They got the 2 first-round picks, don't they?
They got the 2 first-round picks, I believe. Because hold on. Did they trade one for going up back to Paris Johnson?
I don't think so. I think they still got the Texans first round on the.
Because the Texans came up to 3, and they went down to 12, and then they came back to 6. So they didn't use.
I still think they still got 2.
They still got them, so that's 2. And you know what? I
still think they got 2.
And this is the only franchise that I've seen them draft the quarterback in the top 10 or in the first round, and move on after a year.
Honestly, I don't think that's too bad of a strategy.
Yeah, because like the thing is this: how do you value Caleb Williams? How do you value Kyler Murray off of an ACL injury? When you're being told that Caleb Williams is mini Patrick Mahomes, it's not like we got. It's not like we got.
You also move off his money off of Kyler Murray if you get rid of him.
Yeah.
And then you get the rookie contract. I mean, it's not
exactly. Bad. But so I think that's what the corresponding move of releasing DeAndre Hopkins is. They're blowing it up. They're gonna tank. And unlike, I think they're telling
But
Jonathan
at least
Gannon.
it was kind of forced into it because it was Cameron did get injured, and they kind of have to, because I mean
Yeah.
they're not gonna win. You can't. It doesn't matter if you have DeAndre Hopkins or you don't. You're not gonna win.
Yeah. So it's either they are blowing it up or they're just getting rid of DeAndre Hopkins because they're getting rid of DeAndre Hopkins. One, I don't know why, but it is what it is.
He's older. He's tough slot.
Yeah. But the thing is, here it is. Coming off of an interview he had, I think on the I Am Athlete podcast, I believe, where he said he's looking for a stable organization, a defense that wins championships, because he believes defense wins championships. So a good defense, a solid quarterback. I don't want to put words in his mouth. Let me look up the quote. Let me look up the quote.
He had like 5 quarterbacks on his list.
Yeah, like 5 quarterbacks on his list. But he actually had like he like, you know what, like he had like, this is what I'm looking for. And that's fine. Like that's perfectly fine to do, because you gotta take your own hands. You gotta take your own career into your own hands. So you pick and choose. Become a mercenary, become a 1-year dude, because that's fine. I ain't tripping. You know what I mean? But he said something. That all right. He was released. Come on. Where's the quote? Well, the odds are, here are the odds by betting online. 2-1 are the Cowboys. 4-1 are the Chiefs. 5-1 are New England. 6-1 are Buffalo.
Cowboys are always on these lists for every receiver.
Yeah, because I don't. Yeah,
I don't know why. It's always on the list.
Yeah, right here. Here it is. This is what DeAndre Hopkins said. A QB that loves the game and brings everyone on board with him. That's a shot to Kyler Murray. A great defense. Defense wins championships. Got to have a great D-line. A great D-line. Stable management, because he says he's been through 4 GMs. He's done with, like, you need a stable front office. So the teams on that list have that. Dallas has a great defensive line, has a phenomenal defense. A quarterback who brings everybody on board. Cowboys have that. Same thing with the Chiefs. But the Chiefs are the Chiefs. You really just go there because of Patrick Mahomes. You don't just go there. It's kind of like Patrick Mahomes.
It's Patrick Mahomes. Yeah.
Yes, Patrick Mahomes. New England, I don't understand why. I don't.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Yeah, that I don't get.
You ain't getting a good quarterback there.
Yep. Buffalo.
It's not bad.
Not bad. Philly. That's I understand.
Well, I kind of don't understand that one, because you already have 2 receivers there. So
yeah, but it's Philly.
Be the third guy.
No, but it's Philly. They don't care.
Yeah, but you really want to be the third guy.
For a ring, I'll take it.
Okay, I mean, I'm saying not a lot of these guys really care about that. Sometimes they just care about their numbers and getting paid.
That's a good point. But then Baltimore is in the mix. They were in the mix earlier, and apparently the compensation didn't work out. But yeah, the Giants have been linked to him. The Giants were linked to him. He was in Arizona, because he lives in Arizona, so he worked out with the Giants contingent in Arizona when they were out there. There's photos of him with Saquon Barkley, Darren Waller. I think there was a photo of him and Daniel Jones. But we'll see. We'll see where DeAndre Hopkins lands. I'm not in the speculation, because it makes people look dumb. So I'm not gonna say, I'm not an insider, so I'm not gonna say where he's gonna go. But whoever gets him gets I think a solid receiver. He is on the other side of 30. Yeah. He did miss 6 games due to I think 4 or 6 games due to PED suspension, which is kind of not very good in my eyes, because it's football and I don't think people should be taking steroids, because it's a very dangerous game, and it could be because of human growth hormone and injury recovery. Like we don't.
I mean, that's what happens. Well,
here's the thing, Caleb. They always say that when they get caught. So that excuse now is diluted, because you go, oh, hey, I was just using it for injury recovery. I wasn't actually using it. It's kind of like I didn't cheat on my wife. The girl just hit on me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, son. Like, come on. Like, not a good excuse. But speaking of, we talked about those 2 NFC East teams, the Cowboys and the Giants. Now we were talking about offense. Let's talk about defense now. Yeah. We're talking about the defensive side of the football. We're going to be ranking the defensive side of football. You're going to see the process. Because last time we were doing this, guys, we thought the Philly's going to be the number 1 receiver crew. We did. We're like, they're going to be number 1. Then at the end of it, who was number one, Caleb?
The receivers?
Yeah.
Oh, Washington was.
It was the Washington Commanders. By the way, the Commanders cannot be named the Commanders because someone already owns that name in the trademark. So they're going to court to try to get it back.
They should just change the name because Commanders sucks.
Yeah, just go back to the Washington football team. You know what? It's like world football where it's just like the Arsenal Football Club. Just become the Washington football team. WFT. Just do that. No one, your fans liked it, so stay with it. So, but now, Caleb, let's get right into it, man. What's position number one?
We'll go start with D-line. We'll start with the front four on each team. And for the Cowboys, that is Marcus Lawrence, Mozzie Smith, Osa Digizua, Micah Parsons. And for the Washington Commanders, we should change your name, Montez Sweat, Deron Payne, Jonathan Allen, and Chase Young. For the New York Giants, they got Leonard Williams, Dexter Lawrence, Ashawn Robinson, Kayvon Thibodeau. And then Eagles got...
We also have Azeez Ojulari as well.
Well, they consider him a linebacker on the depth chart at least.
Oh, yeah, because they run a 3-4.
Yeah. So then the Eagles got Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox, Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, and Josh Sweat.
All right, so statistically, the best defensive line out of those groups, statistically speaking, was the Philadelphia Eagles.
It was.
They had the most sacks.
We're going into this season. We're talking about going into this season.
But also,
right
too,
now,
here's the thing. But the thing is, here it is. They were also the deepest defensive line out of all of them. That's why they had 80 some odd sacks because everybody rotated in. You know, I think the problem with the Cowboys,
they have two old guys. They have two old guys right now. I mean, are they going to be as productive going into this year?
Fletcher Cox and
Brandon Graham. They're both really old. Yeah.
What, I think Brandon Graham's only like 32.
They're both old.
How old is Fletcher Cox?
I don't know. Probably in his mid-30s.
I think Fletcher Cox can still be effective. Him and Brandon Graham.
I don't think so.
He's 32. What you act like he's ancient?
Like mid-30s.
What are you talking about, man?
That's old. They're old.
Okay. All right. No, I don't agree with you. I think that number one are going to be the Eagles. I think they're number one, and I think the thing with y'all is
our interior. We got to see.
Your interior has a lot of question marks.
We got to see if Mozzie Smith turns out to what we drafted him to be, which we have a good track record of drafting players in the first round. Then we have one of the best defensive lines right there. But we just don't know as of right now. Obviously, our edge rushers and Michael. I mean, we have one of the best edge
DeMarcus
rushers
in
the league. We were top 5 in sacks last year. We have even depth even behind that with Sam Williams and what's his name? I can't remember his name. The other guy from the Falcons and
Dante Fowler.
Yeah. So we got even depth there. So I think we're going to be very, very strong defensive line. I do think we, like I said, interior was our problem last year, and we got to see. We get that first round. If you want to say Eagles, I'll give the Eagles number one. Yeah.
But here's the thing, man. The Giants have a pretty good defensive line as well now.
I did agree.
Yeah, because I think they've shored up the middle with Ashawn Robinson as well as Rakeem Nunez, Racho, but he's the backup defensive lineman. That's fine. So you have Ashawn, Big Cat, and Dexter Lawrence. I think Dexter Lawrence is the best defensive tackle in the division.
I don't think your edge rushers are as good as our edge rushers.
Because I think the thing is there's a lot of question marks because there's a lot of potential with Kayvon Thibodeau, Azeez Ojulari.
So we're kind of the same. You have the interior, we have the edge rushers.
Exactly. So it's flipped with us. It's flipped, right? But then with the Washington injuries, Chase Young's been hurt. I think Jonathan Allen's been hurt. I think
their interior is really good. Deron Payne
and Jonathan Allen, when they're healthy,
really, really good.
They're really good. Same thing with Chase Young. When he's healthy with Montez Sweat, the thing is health with Chase Young. Is he healthy?
NFC East has a really good defensive line.
Yeah.
Everybody has solid.
And there's
right there.
I think the reason I said that the Eagles are number one is that they're the only one who doesn't have a question mark. You know who's playing, you know what they're playing. It's Josh Sweat, Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox, whoever's with Fletcher in the inside. It could be Jordan Davis, it could be Jalen Carter. We'll find out. But they have no question. Hassan Reddick, they have no question. The thing with us is you have a question on the inside, we have a question on the outside because of injuries with Aziz. He's never really healthy.
I'm gonna just say we're number 2 just for we've seen it. We're top 5 in sacks. Michael Parsons is the best, one of the best rushers in the league.
And then Demarcus Lawrence, I don't like the guy. Well, not I don't like the guy because he's a bad person. I just he's a Cowboy. I don't like the guy. He talked last.
I'm gonna say we're number 2.
You know what? I will accept that right now. It's early. I will accept it. But the thing is, but we're 3 though. We're 3. We because the Washington Commanders paid their defensive tackle. All right.
Yeah.
Good for them. But our defensive tackle is better. Because here's the thing about Dexter Lawrence. He had more QB pressures.
And Washington's run defense is excellent. Like they're
not against us. Not against us when we beat them.
Us. They both times they shut us down.
Yeah, we were pretty good against
we
the
did horrible against them in the rush.
Yeah, but here's the thing too: defensive line. You also got to pass. You got to get pass rush too. Run defense is good, but you got to sell pass rush. You know what I mean? Us, we were really faulting the run game, but we got after the quarterback on occasion. But Dexter Lawrence, when he was in the game, you really couldn't run the ball. The problem is our depth. When you would take Dexter Lawrence out and Leonard Williams out to give him a rest, and you would bring in Justin Ellis or Harry Mondu, you ran the ball on us. That's why we got Nacho and Ashawn Robinson. Like you swap out Leonard Williams and Dexter Lawrence, you give him a little break, you bring in Nacho and Ashawn, run the ball, homie. But now we have depth. But in the initial first line, we were pretty good at run stopping the ball. But the problem is the reason we would give up 180 yards a game, people were like, yo, man, Dexter Lawrence and Leonard Williams, they're not very good at stopping the run. We are. The problem is when you would take them out, Justin Ellis and Harry Mondu weren't very good at stopping the run. That's why Kenneth Gainwell Kelly, remember the game when they took out Dexter Lawrence? What the Eagles did right away? Kenneth Gainwell to the A gap. Right there.
That's what kind of just the way you were just kind of just thrashed in that divisional game.
Yeah.
That's why I'm hesitant to say. I mean, Washington's rush defense is really good, and I didn't see them really get gashed.
They have depth. They had depth last year, but now we have depth. I think we're just gonna get better. I'm banking on potential, but it's not potential because Ashawn Robinson has done this in the NFL. Him and Nacho, that's what they do. This isn't like I'm projecting them to do that. That's what they do. The thing is, that's why I keep telling people, the reason we gave up 180 yards, it's not because Dexter Lawrence is not a good run stopper. It's because he would get taken out for a break and Philly would be like, oh, Dexter Lawrence is out of the game. Justin Ellis is in the game. Run the ball. And then Dexter Lawrence is on the sideline getting the break and he's like, bro, what? He's like, I'm trying to get a break here. Y'all can't give me a break when I'm out of the game. They run the ball like that, and then it was just too late. And then you have Dexter Lawrence playing the entire game, and he's like, I'm doing everything here, but I need a break on occasion. When he gets the break, that's when they run the ball. That's when you know you're a good player. They wait for you to get out of the game to do their thing. They wait for you to get out of the game, do your thing. That's what Philly did, which is a genius move. You waited till Dexter Lawrence leaves, then you ran the ball. So I'm going 3.
Okay.
I'm going 3.
We'll set on that. I kind of want to put Washington as a 3B because I just don't think they're.
You can put them at 3. You can put them at 3. Your ranking can be 3. I'm putting. Are you writing these down, right?
Yeah, I'm writing them down.
Yeah, so you can put another category. Like I put them at 3. You can put them. You can put them at 3.
All right. We'll go to linebackers. We'll go to linebackers now. Okay, Cowboys got LVE, Leighton Vander Esch, Bone Clark, and DeMarvion Overshown. With the Giants, they got Azeez Ojulari, Bobby Okereke, and Jared Davis. Washington has Jamin Davis, Cody Barton, and David Mayo. And the Eagles got Nicholas Morrow, Nakobe Dean, Son Reddick, and Nolan Smith.
All right. Here's the thing about these. Philly lost their starting linebackers. They lost both of them, I think. And with Philly, they're rookies. You're projecting that Nolan Smith and
I think
Dean
their middle, their interior linebackers just not there. They got Hassan Reddick
at the outside. He's basically
on the outside.
Billy
I know, but he's considered. I'm just saying because he's considered.
No, I know the designation. Like that's why people have switched it over to like instead of saying linebacker, it's an edge. Yeah. You don't say linebacker; he's an edge, basically.
But he's thrown in there, so I'll give him that. But still, as a total combined linebacker core, they don't got it.
Because you have a rookie who's hurt. People forget Nolan Smith. The reason Nolan Smith fell, that he got hurt.
But are they better than what the Washington has? Are they better? Jamin Davis, Cody Barton, David Mayo.
Probably because of just Hassan Reddick. Because who is the fourth linebacker you said for Philly? The two Georgia kids. Nolan Smith, Nakobe
Dean, who hasn't played
at all. And then
Nicholas
Morrow, and Hassan
Reddick. Yeah, those four.
I think literally just because of Hassan Reddick, because are you going to pick Nicholas Morrow over Jamin Davis?
They have a good interior. See, that's Washington has a better interior inside linebackers than like I said, Washington doesn't really have a pass rush. They have a lot of their defense is a lot of inside.
It's on the inside, basically. Yeah. You know, they also have. So I think Cole Holcomb also got injured this year, so he didn't play. So Cole Holcomb is coming back.
I don't think they have him anymore. I didn't not see him on the depth chart.
Did they cut him?
I don't think they have him anymore. I can look that up right now because I didn't not see him on. Yeah,
he's with Pittsburgh. He's with Pittsburgh.
He's on the so they didn't have no more.
They don't even have Holcomb. Okay.
Yeah. So that's tough. I mean, it's
pretty tough.
If you want to put Washington last, I'm gonna fight you on that one, but I don't think the Eagles have much. I don't. Besides Hassan Reddick, they don't have much either.
Yeah, because their starters last year were T.J. Edwards, and I forgot.
And to be honest, the Cowboys don't have much either after Leighton Vander Esch. I mean, you got Leighton Vander Esch and a second-year player and a rookie. So I'm not even saying we're too good either.
And the Giants, I think the Giants probably have the best inside linebacker. No, think
you got Aziz.
Yeah, he's good when he's on the field.
Okay. I got linebackers right now, just because you got multiple guys that at least have some playing.
Jared Davis started and he played for us. Micah McFadden also played for us and he was pretty good.
The problem is that we play our safeties at linebacker, and and we'll get to safety, but that's pretty much why our linebackers aren't as good because we play.
You just bring down
our safeties as linebacker, and we have Hooker in the back and all them. That's
so the Giants number one.
Kind of. I mean, I would kind of
default. Is that like by default?
By default, honestly.
Yeah. Fine, I'll take it. We're number one. I'll take it because Bobby Okereke, Jared Davis, and Micah McFadden. Here's the thing about Jared Davis. He showed up and was only there for like a week or two. Then he was starting. Then he was playing in a playoff game. So like that means they really trusted him. That means he's gonna build within this defense. So I'm gonna go with the Giants at number one.
The other ones, I mean, everybody has one guy. Cowboys have Leighton Vander Esch. Eagles have Hassan Reddick, and then Washington has Jamin Davis.
Yeah,
they all have one guy that kind of is better than the rest.
Yeah,
they have the guy, and then the other guys are kind of just guys.
Yeah, they kind of been, but the Giants have Aziz and Bobby Okereke. When Aziz is on the field, the man gets sacks. Like he gets sacks. Like he literally had 6 sacks in 8 games. But the problem is he only played 8 games. That's the issue. He needs to stay healthy. But I think I'll take Azeez Ojulari at 70 or like 80% over some of the other dudes as the backup. So I think Giants are at 1.
Yeah, the rest is just kind of hard. I mean,
I think I'll go Cowboys because of Leighton Vander Esch. Because we're talking about linebackers too. I understand Hassan Reddick is a linebacker. I understand, but he's an edge as well. So he doesn't really do linebacker duties. He's on occasion he does. So I'm gonna go as linebacker. Like linebackers, I'm gonna go Cowboys because of Lane Van Der Esch, and then
Washington.
I guess Jamin Davis. I guess so. We'll go with him. We'll go Washington at 3, and then the Cowboys at 4. Because here's the thing about the Cowboys. No, here's the thing about Eagles. Eagles at 3. Here's the thing about that. You're betting on can these people play football? You have a rookie who's coming into the league hurt, and Nolan Smith. And Kobe Dean didn't play last year.
Yeah,
he was hurt or didn't get snaps. And then you have an edge in Hassan Reddick. Really, he's a defensive end if you think about it, but he's an edge linebacker. And then you have Nicholas Morrow, who did the brother, like he probably played but didn't play a lot. But we'll see if he improves.
Yeah.
We'll see. So here's the thing. He wasn't even in Philly last year. He was in Chicago.
Well, there you go.
He was in Chicago. He started every game for Chicago.
Well, that's not saying much because they were really, really bad.
Yeah. So Giants, Cowboys, I'm going Washington, Eagles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get to cornerback. Dallas Cowboys have Stephon Gilmore, Trayvon Diggs, Jordan Lewis, and DeRon Bland.
Mm-hmm.
The New York Giants got Dory Jackson, Deontay Banks, Cordell Flott, and Aaron Robinson. And Washington, I did not write down Washington's. I gotta look up Washington's. The Eagles have Darius Slay, James Bradbury, Avonte Maddox, and Keely Ringo. Washington has, let me see right now, Emmanuel Forbes, Kendall Fuller, Jatavius Martin, and Cameron Dantzler. Yeah.
This is actually going to be very hard if you think about it. But it like when we rank them, you're going to be like, oh, wow, that's crazy. But I think it's now become the cornerback talent has now kind of like gotten closer. But I think Caleb, I'm going Cowboys 1 because I'm still a big fan of Stephon Gilmore. And I think he's the one. Okay, he's the guy.
I'm not going to fight you on that one.
Yeah, because I like James Bradbury. I like Darius Slay. I just think Stephon Gilmore.
Well, and I would throw in DeRon Bland. Him, like he was great last year. Like he could have been in talks for defensive rookie year. Then the other two weren't there, but because he was right there with them. He had 5 picks. So I mean, I think those threes are extremely excellent right there.
Yeah, and with the Giants, here's the thing about the Giants. Our cornerback 2 is a rookie. We don't know yet.
So you want to go Eagles 2?
I'm gonna go Eagles 2.
Okay.
Eagles are 2. Because here's the thing about the Giants, man. For all season and all off season before the draft, what were we saying, Caleb? Their cornerback class, their cornerbacks are whack.
Better than anything y'all's got.
Kendall Fuller?
Yeah.
He would be cornerback 3 on our team.
You think so?
Yeah, because I think they're gonna start Deontay Banks at 2. They're gonna regardless, and I think Adoree Jackson. He's good. I think he's good. I think the issue is people just were like, no, Adoree Jackson. You know how some of these people have stigmas on them. I think that's what happened with Adoree Jackson. He had a stigma when he was in Tennessee, and he came to New York, and people were like, no, what? Before he got hurt, he was playing at a great level. He was playing at a great level. I just hope he never returns punt returns ever again or kick returns like ever. So that I think Kendall Fuller would probably start either start over Deontay Banks or be a 3rd because they want Deontay Banks to start. Because I think Dory Jackson.
And I guess it just depends on how good you think Emmanuel Forbes is going to be for them.
Yeah, that's the thing with it. They are the Washington and us are the same. They have a solid number 1 corner in Kendall Fuller and Adoree Jackson. That's Adoree and a Kendall. Then they have the rookie 2. They have the rookie 2, Emmanuel Forbes, and we have Deontay Banks. Forbes, ball hawk. That man, I think, had 10 interceptions at Mississippi State. Mississippi State, man, they produce some good ballers. They produce some good guys.
Okay, so you got even there. So I guess it comes down to your third, which is Dantzler versus.
But here's the thing: I don't think Aaron Robinson's our third because he's never on the field. I think our third is gonna come down to Trey Hawkins the third and Cordell Flott. Okay. Cordell Flott is still the youngest player in the NFL. Last year he was the youngest player in the NFL at 20 years old. He's still the youngest player at 21, and he's in the NFL. So it's gonna be his second year at LSU. He is our slot man corner, bump and run. I think with more weight, he plays more. I think Wink Martindale likes playing DBs across safeties and corners, all across. The man was playing Zion Gilbert at safety, linebacker, corner, whatever he was. And I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not familiar with Cameron Dantzler's game. Are you familiar with Cameron Dantzler?
He played for Minnesota last year. He was pretty decent.
For Minnesota?
Yeah, he was.
Oh, you mean that?
I think he was their starter in Minnesota.
You mean that horrible defense in Minnesota?
Yeah, but I think he still started for them.
It doesn't say a lot, Caleb. When you're literally everyone throughout the entire season was like, this defense is atrocious. Their offense is saving them.
Yeah.
But we'll see if he changes his game this year in Washington.
He's a third. He's their third. So
he's their third.
Starter playing the third. I think that's pretty decent.
You know what? Due to the fact that we have two questions at Cordell Flott and Deonte Banks and Adoree is the only not question. He's the only not question. He's starting. Then we have a rookie and Cordell Flott who played but didn't play a lot. We still need to see if he puts on weight, if he can, fill out his frame. He's still 21 kills. People forget. You know when men and women fully develop as human beings. You know what age? 24 years old. When they're athletically developed, when they're mentally developed, that's when it is. That's when they hit their prime. He's still 21, and he has a lot of development in him. So I'm gonna accept 4 for the Giants because of you said he's a starter. He was starting Minnesota. I understand that, even though the defense was garbage. But then here's the. So you have 2 NFL players, but here's the thing, man. Cordell Flott played last year, and he looked really good. He looked really good in the spots he played. And he played slot too. He also played outside as well. He played both. Did Cameron Dantzler, if he's a third, is he going to play in the slot? Is he the nickel?
No, I think someone else is in the nickel.
So, but that's the thing. Who's the nickel? The nickel's really the third, Caleb, because the nickel gets the slot guy.
It says their nickel back is John Tavius Martin.
So should we go with John Tavius instead of he's a rookie though?
Yeah, like I said, I don't know how they're gonna play him. I just picked him because he was the third best corner out of the ones that he's starting.
Yeah, man. Then the Giants got Trey Hawkins the third. He could be a nickel outside guy. Darnay Holmes is a nickel guy. Man, it's Nick McLeod played a lot last year. The thing is, man, who's getting cut and who's staying? That's the thing. Who's getting cut and who's staying?
I'm gonna give it to Washington because Forbes is a higher pick than your guy. Deonte Banks. He was just because of that. Honestly, just because he was a higher pick.
So, but
that means just going into it, you can't really say who's better, but at least you could say the higher pick is at least projected to be better.
But in the cornerback rankings, Deonte Banks was before Emmanuel Forbes on everybody.
But he still got picked. I mean, that he's got picked before him.
Okay.
Okay.
Josh Rosen was picked before Lamar Jackson.
That's true.
Okay.
We're just going on projections here. We're just going on projections. We don't know actually how the vote's going to be.
That's true.
The rookies. That's why I'm saying projectedly you think the higher pick is going to be better.
Yeah, I understand. But I think that third corner, though, is the key. But the thing is their nickel going to be the rookie or is it going to be Cameron Dantzler who started?
I don't think it's that much difference whether you just take you just don't want to be last.
fine. I'll accept last right now. I'll accept it. I'll accept it because we have a lot. We have development questions in Cordell Flott. We have a rookie. We have a Dory Jackson, and then Washington has Cameron Dantzler, who started for Minnesota, and Kendall. The only reason Washington is getting third is that two of their corners started in the NFL. In our other corners, we have a 21-year-old development corner, a rookie, and a Dory Jackson. You know what? I'll accept fourth right now. I'll accept fourth.
All right, we're going to safety, and Cowboys got Malik Hooker, Donovan Wilson, and J-Ron Curse. Giants have Zay McKinney, and what's the other one? What's the other safety?
Dane Belton at the moment, I believe. I'm trying to find them though.
Washington has Cameron Curl and Derek Forrest, and then
we also have Javarius Owens.
Oh, there you go. And then the Eagles have Terrell Edmonds and Reed Blankenship. I mean, I gotta say, Cowboys got number one. I mean, we are stacked at safety.
Yeah, how many safeties you guys got, dude?
We got three really, really good safeties. All star. Like I said,
man.
They don't play just safety. They play, they play that nickelback. They can play linebacker.
Repeat the names again.
What Cowboys or who?
Yeah, the Cowboys.
Oh, J-Ron Curse, Donovan Wilson, and Malik Hooker.
Do you also play Israel Mukamu?
Yeah, he's there in the depth.
Yeah, Cowboys are number one.
He plays more corner. He's kind of a corner / safety kind of guy.
Yeah, it's Cowboys are number one. I'm sorry, like I don't want to say it, but like if a fact is a fact.
I mean, there's too much depth there.
Yeah, it's too much. Yeah, it's too much. All right, and then Philly has Reed Blankenship and who else?
Terrell Edmonds.
Oh, the other Edmonds brother. Oh,
yeah.
I was actually a big fan of.
Yeah, because they lost what's his name that played for them last year. Was really good. Gardner Johnson.
Yeah, Chauncey Gardner Johnson. He left. Well, they didn't resign him.
He's gone. So that really lessens their safety position there.
Mm-hmm.
And then Washington, they got a good one. They got Cameron Crowe. Cameron Crowe's really good.
Mm-hmm.
I might put him at 2 just because I think Cameron Crowe is that good. And then Giants, Xavier McKinney, he's solid.
Yeah, he is. The issue is with the Giants is they have question marks in the other safety spot. Are they going to go with the rookie, the second-year player, Dane Belton, who they drafted for a reason? That's why they didn't semi-overpay for Julian Love. That means that they believe in Dane Belton. They mean like, oh, we can let Julian Love walk because we got Dane right there. He was faster than Julian. He also had an interception last year. Shout out to Dane Belton. Shout out to his dad too. His dad's a really nice guy. Shout out to also Daniel Bellinger's dad as well, Frank. Shout out to you, Frank. The Giants have the thing with Dane Belton is he didn't really play a lot last year because he broke his collarbone early, and he was kind of like getting back into it, and he wasn't really on the field a lot because Wink Martindale just didn't want to have him on the field a lot probably. The only people who don't have questions are you. You know who's starting. You know who your depth piece is.
Yeah.
Washington, you said it's Cameron.
Yeah. Cameron Curl. Cameron Curl's good. He's good.
Yeah, he's good.
He's a good safety.
But who's his running mate?
Derek. At least what it says Derek Dark Forest. I have no idea who that is. That's just on the depth chart. I'm saying. I've never heard of him.
Is he a rookie? Not a rookie.
No, he's not a rookie.
Yeah. Derek Forrest out of Cincinnati. It's Cameron Curl. They have Percy Butler, Farrod Gardner, Xavier Henderson, and Jeremy Reeves. Xavier Henderson and Farrod Gardner are rookies, so they kind of like get canceled out because you don't know anything about the rookie. They could pan out, they could not pan out. There it is. So it's Cameron Curl. So you're saying he's that good just for them to be number 2 because of him by himself?
I'm not saying number 2, but I would 2 or 3.
Yeah. The thing with this is our cornerbacks is we also have Trent Thompson out of San Diego State. Jason Pinnock.
I'm just saying too, like, who else? The Eagles, like I said, the Eagles don't really. They got Edmonds. He's not great or anything. He's decent.
He's solid. He's decent.
Yeah.
And Terrell Edmonds. You got Reed Blankenship, who didn't start. He didn't start. Like he would. Did he start? I don't think he started.
No, he didn't start.
So he was like their second. He was like their second
just
safety.
Kind of rotation guy.
Yeah, rotation guy.
Defensive backs.
And
Other
see,
than that,
the thing with safety is
it's kind of like up in the air right now.
Yeah, with safeties, bro, you need to watch tape, man, because sometimes they don't look, they don't show up in the box score.
You don't even see them sometimes in the camera shot. They're kind of way out there.
Exactly. So if we had tape of these guys, we don't get access to tape, so kind of like just watching games.
You're kind of going off of what you're seeing, because obviously we see all these. We're in the same division, so
yeah.
But that's the only reason why I know Cameron Grill, because he's shown up when we played them.
Xavier McKinney was having a great season last year until he broke his hand. Is he gonna gain his hand strength back? It's looking like it is, but you never know. He's damn good. He's damn good. I'm very upset at him for breaking. So
you think? Can we say Eagles number 4?
Yeah, we can go Eagles 4. Because like Reed Blankenship, he's finally going to start with Terrell Edmonds, or are they even going to start them? It depends. So there's that. The thing is, here's the thing: Cameron Curl played all year. Xavier McKinney is basically the prior year who they didn't have a great season whatsoever. Then this year he was having a great season, then he broke his hand. You still haven't really seen a full season out of Xavier McKinney of good football, really, because he was drafted by I think Pat Shurmur. He got drafted by Pat Shurmur. 2 years with Pat Shurmur. No. Yeah, 1 year with Pat Shurmur, and then 2 years with Joe Judge, and then no. 2 years with Joe Judge, and then 1 year with Brian Dable, and then this year's his 4th year with Brian Dable. Now he's going to be 4 years. He hasn't pulled an entire season, so I'm gonna go Giants at 3, Washington at 2, because of I'm going off of what you're saying. If Cameron, you've been watching a lot of Cameron Curl. You think he's damn good?
I just seen him when we played him. He guy that flash.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with because Xavier McKinney, like I love Xavier McKinney, but like I need a full season. He hasn't had a full season, in my opinion. So he had 9 games in his rookie year. Then I'm not saying like a full season of like just like like a full season. I'm talking about like a full season of good football. And then in 2021 he played a full year. He had 54 solo tackles, passes defended 10, 5 interceptions, a touchdown. I'm a little hard on Xavier McKinney. I think I'm a little hard.
You can go Giants too. Like I don't think it really makes a difference at this point because I'm all kind of the same right here.
Yeah, I think I'm a little too hard on Xavier McKinney. I think I'll go with McKinney too. I was being a little too hard on McKinney. We'll go with McKinney too.
Yeah, it's hard because like you see all their first, their seconds are not good. Like the other safeties are just whatever.
Yeah. All right. That's it.
Yeah, that's all.
That is it. That's all the positions. We disagreed.
You want to list them off?
Yeah, we disagreed on one of them, but I think on the other ones we all agreed on, right? Let's list them off.
Yeah, I mean, we got deep to the line. We got Eagles, Cowboys, Giants, Washington. Linebacker, we got Giants, Cowboys, Washington, Eagles. Cornerback, we got Cowboys, Eagles, Washington, Giants. And then safety, Cowboys, Giants, Washington, Eagles. So Eagles got 2 bottom positions. So. For everybody who was praising their defense last year, and I'm the one who kept saying this defense ain't all that. And I was telling everybody when we played them, we just thrashed them. And Patrick did a number on them as well in the Super Bowl. That's why I was saying their Eagles defense wasn't all that. And I know they lost, and they even got worse because they lost. They lost their safety and they lost their linebackers, so even worse. So I hold on to all Eagles praise.
Yeah. No bias. There's no bias. Because here's the thing, man. We, if it was bias, Caleb would have the entire Cowboys on every single at number one. I'll have all the Giants at number one. We just look at like the team, because here's the thing too. Like we say about these are the individual groups, right? These are the individual groups. They don't. It is, but then you talk about this, Caleb. Football's the greatest team game of all time. You look at a group and you're like, that group seems a little weak, but that group fits the other group perfectly, like a glove in a hand, and they make each other look great. That's what happened with the Eagles last year. The defensive line fit the linebackers, and it fit Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, because Chauncey Gardner-Johnson was their safety. They were attached. They were together. Now let's see if they can still be together. When they lost T.J. Edwards, they lost Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. They still have the defensive line. They still have them. And a great defensive line does a lot of it masquerades a whole lot of sins. A great defensive line masquerades a whole lot of sins. In the Super Bowl, like we say, Caleb, why the Rams offense the following year wasn't as high powered or explosive after the Super Bowl is that people looked at that Super Bowl and were like, this is how the Patriots are defending the Rams. This is how we're going to defend the Rams next year. And then in the Super Bowl this year, people were like, how do we attack the Eagles defense? Oh, look what Kansas City did. We're going to attack them this year like that. Are they going to adjust? But here's the thing too, Caleb. Are they going to adjust? They don't have Jonathan Gannon. He's gone. Jonathan Gannon is gone.
No.
It's Sean Desai. Desai? How you say that name? Desai?
I have no idea.
I don't know how to say his last name. I think it's Desai, Sean Desai. He's now the defense coordinator. New defense. He was a part of the staff last year. It's a familiar face. They know him. They know his voice. But can he now become the leader of that defense? Because Philly loves their defensive coordinators. They love them. They become just as popular. The defense coordinator with Andy Reid, who made Brian Dawkins the Weapon X. The man who haunted my dreams growing up. Hate that man. Hate him. But was also very impressed the way he played football. So is he going to be that guy? We also need to think about defense coordinator. You guys have the same defense coordinator in Dan Quinn. We have Wink Martindale back. Washington still has the same guy, I think. But Philly is changing. So that's also another key we need to look at.
Rivera's the defensive guy, right?
He's the defensive guy, but he's not a defensive coordinator. You know what I mean? So there's that. So also to continuity of coach. We need to talk about that. I know Sean Desai was there, but he wasn't the top guy. He wasn't the guy leading the meetings, being the guy. He was, I think, a positional coach. I think it was like the passing game coordinator, where so he was that guy. So he's now the defensive coordinator. So we'll see. Great show, everybody. If you agree with some of these lists, talk about in the comments. If you disagree, say it in the comments. We appreciate healthy debate. We watch our teams. We watch some of the NFC East, but we're gonna miss things. We're gonna miss things. Educate us on a team. If you're a Washington football team, Washington Commanders fan, we enjoy. I don't know what to call y'all no more. I don't know. Washington football team, Commanders, the racial slur. I don't know. It's one of the three. I'm confused nowadays. Say it in the chat. I like learning stuff, especially keep your friends close and keep your enemies closer. So there's that. Caleb found out about Cameron Curl in an unhealthy way when he decided to show up and become. The Commanders became,
especially in that last game.
Commanders, man. The Commanders, they just love playing against the Cowboys on last week. They just love it. They just show up and they punch you in the mouth, don't they? A lot. Yeah. It happens a lot. But on that note, Caleb, where can people find?
Ones that we had a big streak of them kicking their ass. But.
Yeah. All right. But on that note, Caleb, where can people find you, my man?
You can find me at NFL Caleb 22 on Instagram and Twitter, and on this show every Friday.
3 o'clock. Friday, 3 o'clock. It's me, Caleb. I'm at Ferris Malone on Twitter. Friday, 3 o'clock. Good friends, better rivals. Share it, like it, subscribe it. Like I said, look at that beautiful icon. Nope, not this one. That one. That was look at that. Subscribe, hit that notification bell, and like this video. Comment if you disagree on some of these lists. You can disagree respectfully. I'm
Yeah.
okay with it. We're disagreeing on football, guys. It's not that serious. It's serious, but it's not serious. But it's really serious. But it's not serious. But it's serious. But it's not. So let's talk it out in the chat. Talk it out in the what did you think about DeAndre Hopkins? Where do you think DeAndre Hopkins is gonna go? Tell us, guys. But on that note, everyone, stay safe, be cool, have a wonderful day.